and shut up.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give me peace.
Why so serious?
You take the blonde and I'll take the one in the trailer.
This is Sparta!
I'll have what she's having.
Welcome to the start of the Screen Squad.
Like a bag of dicks.
Wow. Like always, I'm Vinny.
I'm Ozzy.
Panic.
Friend.
Welcome to our Suicide Squad episode.
Friend.
The Suicide Squad, not the 2016 Suicide Squad, which is getting all kinds of shit on because this James Gunn's Suicide Squad or Guardians of the Galaxy Squad is good compared to that one. Okay, cool,
Yes.
guys. Yeah, guys.
No.
Thanks for jumping in.
This one. Fair.
My audio.
Oh, is that what it is? Delay? You're on delay.
Now you're a delay.
But okay, so the Suicide Squad, the first attempt to make this movie was with David Ayer, right? David Ayer. And that one was completely butchered, I guess, by the studio or whatever. But we'll never see the original version of it. I didn't like that movie anyway. I never liked the other one, and I'm not gonna say I was blown away by this Suicide Squad, but it was enjoyable. But it wasn't the best thing I've seen.
It had its moments.
Yeah, it felt like they were just doing a Marvel movie. Like it was the same kind of.
It felt like
just rated R.
like it brought hope to the idea that DC might have a way to bring out DC material and actually be entertaining.
No, but see, that's the thing. I hate when people say that because they say that for every movie. Have you noticed that for every new DC movie, everyone always says, "Oh, then this is the way that the
No.
DC,
Okay, first off,
DC start going with their movies."
Wonder Woman's garbage.
I'm talking about like Shazam. Then I'm talking about Aquaman, and then I know Wonder Woman in 1984 was garbage. It was trash.
They're both garbage.
But, yeah, they are. But I just didn't like them. But like all of a sudden now, as soon as a new one comes out that people start liking, they're like, "Oh, this is the route that the DC should be taking."
And they never do.
No, I think they just don't know.
They
just don't know how to actually work or manage their movies properly.
What happens is
properties.
more like they want to be dark and broody, then they get this like one movie that's like lighthearted and still kind of like still fun.
Yeah,
And they go, we can do that and like figure some out. And then they go, nah, let's go back to broody, because Batman exists, and all Batman is a whiny billionaire who, wants to do stuff because he has money for it.
right.
So
Well,
what's
I
the
mean,
problem?
well,
My parents died.
the
They
thing-
died. They got
no,
shot in the
but
alley.
no. But the thing about that is, you have to make Batman that way. Batman has to be
Yeah,
Batman.
no,
right?
I get that.
Hold on.
But they
no,
focus on those characters way
But
too
what I'm
much.
saying is, like, if you take a look at the way DC has done their animated movies,
Those are awesome.
every single one is different tones. Obviously, always Batman is always dark and brooding, but Superman is like hopey and stuff like that. And Flash has hints of comedy and stuff. That's how they should follow it. Not make every single character like a specific type of tone, right? Like not make one tone for every character. That's the thing. But this movie again, just the Suicide Squad was enjoyable. Characters really stood out to me when watching it. I have my favorite characters, and I'm sure it's the same characters everyone has. But it still,
Yeah, Pete Davidson.
yeah, it still didn't feel like it was like the best I've seen. Like everyone is like.
I mean, best
singing.
is still Dark Knight. It's still the best.
Not
The
Superman
DC movies,
Returns.
right?
Not Superman Returns.
No,
Hey, I like that movie.
no. See, it goes Dark Knight, Superman. The Christopher Reeve one. Then you got Superman 2.
Yeah, but Superman Returns also has a creep involved.
Relax.
Kevin Spacey.
Relax on that. No.
Or Gene Hackman.
That man's a phenomenal actor. You leave him out of it. Whatever he allegedly did.
Hey, I didn't say
I
anything.
didn't say nothing. We didn't. You mentioned the name.
I'm just saying.
But but like that's the thing. Like,
John Cryer is the only creep I know.
but that's the thing. Like when you look at the Marvel movies, the way the Marvel movies are made, they're all like similar tone. But the thing that works with the DC is that they can go rated R, like they did with the Suicide Squad. I enjoyed the fact that it was rated R. I mean, I think
that was actually one of the best parts about it.
right, that they're able to take the
I
risk.
could have done without it.
They took the risk of making it rated R with the gore and everything.
No, because
Great.
then you'll have like a Star Wars movie where like people get shot and nothing.
Oh, I didn't mind the gore. It was just very, very sexual.
It's a lot, especially the big dong, the dong that shows up. That man is gifted.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought there was some stuff that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Especially because your audience is not going to be adults.
Yeah.
Your audience is going to be kids.
Especially if
Well,
it's,
you're gonna be
even,
young
Then again,
adults
it
more, I
is
think.
James Gunn.
even if it's rated R, this movie's still
gonna be
geared towards
young
kids.
adults.
No, think about
No.
it. It's still geared towards kids. Look at the King Shark
Yeah.
character. That is meant to be like kids want to play with a king shark. The one thing I could have done without though, like I feel that was they used it, but they used her just to use her was Harley Quinn. I was like, eh. Her side story like kind of was like meh, but that's the thing about the movie. It's like it changed. Like your expectations are different for every character. Like at the beginning when they first introduced, when they
See,
first
Harley's one of those characters that like never existed until the Batman animated series. They just
Yeah.
so she's still basically a new character. They're
yeah.
figuring out how they're gonna use and
Well,
everything.
But still a good character because Margot does a really good job with it.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome as it.
But I just felt like that the story it felt like it took a beat like off the path of the actual story of the movie.
I think it
Beat
was
off.
just a. Anyways, just a tie-in. I think it was like a tie-in to bring both movies in together.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, they
character
also
wise,
did
like,
with
I liked how the movie started with Michael Rooker's character, right, Savant. I liked how they
Yeah.
when you start the movie, I'm like, oh, okay, well, are they following Savant? Like, is he gonna be the main character of the movie?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, but because in the previews you see Idris Elba, you see all these other people, and instantly at the very beginning, there's so much death.
Yeah.
They even like my thing is I kind of like
TDK.
yeah.
What the hell?
The detachable kid. That made no sense. I think that was the whole point. It was like to make it really funny. But I was kind of like sad that they killed off spoilers, Captain Boomerang. You know,
Yeah.
right away.
But he was able to use his boomerang and show what he can do. But that's all he can do. He has no other ability, no other saving grace. Just look at me boomerangs. They super sharp and they cut you through here.
But still, it's like from it like.
Was that Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah. No,
She dubbed it. That's why.
But you still get. It's because you're getting the tie-in from the first one, right? That's the only thing. They're bringing those three characters from the first one,
Yeah.
and they end up killing two of them. And I think that's making a point that they're trying to say the only good character that came out of that was Harley Quinn.
No, Flag. I think Flag got done dirty, but
Oh, I feel
He got
Flag
done dirty, but-
but
it's the reason
in looking it up, that's
the Peacemaker show is going to be a thing.
That's how that's another thing. If we talk about like the standout characters of the movie, I'm gonna say it's Peacemaker number one. I really liked John Cena in this movie.
Hilarious.
John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah. He redeemed himself from the horrible Fast and the Furious 9.
Yeah, that was
10,
garbage.
Whatever
God,
that was.
garbage.
He really redeemed himself.
I've taken shits that are better than that movie.
He's actually surprisingly a good actor and funny.
Surprisingly?
Like a lot more. Like you saw pieces of it in like
Legendary.
WWE.
not in W, but in the other movies he's done like
No,
like
the
to-
Legendary
to
movie
me-
where he played he helped coach the kid.
Yeah, I didn't watch that movie.
It's actually not bad.
I don't watch them, but it's
No, thanks. I'm
but
good.
yeah, but it's a thing like where I'm watching it,
dramatic
and
movie.
John Cena. I'm surprised that he's like so charismatic on screen, and I ended up liking Peacemaker a lot more.
Cock blocker.
You know, being played by John Cena. I
When
really
he,
I enjoyed
when he randomly like stood there in his tidy whities.
Yeah, that's super random.
It's like he just stood there like, why are you in your underwear? Hmm? No. Anyways,
And but then that also
At
brings
least it
us-
wasn't little boys.
Huh?
what?
James Gunn.
Oh.
I know he's making a James Gunn
Oh,
comment.
okay. Well,
Proceed.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, but
Yeah,
that
but
also
he
brings,
made a joke about it. It wasn't like
Yeah.
an actual like thing.
but that also brings us,
Yeah,
that,
that's what
sarcasm.
we'll say.
It's called sarcasm.
that also
We'll
brings
say
us,
that.
that also brings us back to the other standout
Allegedly.
character. The other standout character, King Shark, voiced by Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Little known fact. They literally they you know my little known facts, right? So they you know that movie with Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin?
Bowfinger?
Exactly. They both figured him. They just walked around and just like recorded him saying random things at a Starbucks.
It was,
But even though he had like
hey,
the,
num num.
yeah, yeah. See, even though he had like the like he had the dumbest
Friend.
lines in the movie, but he was really good.
Very rando. Friend.
But I ended up liking his character a lot. Like I thought if my thing is, especially quotes
For not saying much, he said a
Right,
lot
he-
in
And it was
in
pretty
his
funny
growth.
because it wasn't like he wasn't even doing a voice. He was just speaking.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You know,
all it
because
was.
Groot, at least Groot, he goes, "I am Groot," but
Yeah, but with King Shark, he was using
it was
words.
regular voice.
I read
Hey,
book.
Adrian.
I read book. Right?
I'm hungry.
No, but see that's the thing. Like with a character like that doesn't really say much in the movie, you end up really liking him. And by the third act, when he's getting attacked by those little the ghosts from Pac-Man, when he's getting attacked by those things, and I was like, oh, bro, they're gonna kill him off too. I was like, I'm done with this movie. He started killing all the people that I like.
Oh no, and then the building falls on him, and he still survives.
Yeah. And I really want to see more of King Shark. That's what I want. I would want him to come back.
No, he's the Groot character. It's gonna come.
Right.
He's gonna come off.
Which
again
I'm
like
still
that.
trying to understand how they even got the bomb in his head in King Shark, because bullets didn't penetrate him. Bullets
It's
didn't
true.
penetrate his skin, so how could a needle penetrate his skin? But whatever. And then the other standout character,
Oh.
which I think, in my opinion, had
Weasel.
the best story. The best story. In my opinion, had the best arc in the movie was Ratcatcher 2.
No, she's the heart of the
Like really, like had the best arc in it. That had the best backstory.
Yeah.
It was
oh
like, really
the
well
the
done.
tiger with TT and as her dad.
As her dad being
Ah.
supposed to be Portuguese, right? But he doesn't have a Portuguese accent. He has his normal Taika Waititi accent.
Yeah, he's the New Zealand
Yeah.
or Australian, something like
I
that.
don't want to get it wrong. That's why I didn't say.
That's why I said both because I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure, but whatever.
No, but like Ratcatcher 2 had the best backstory of the movie and the one that was filled out the most, right? Because you don't really get to know a lot about you quickly get explained backstory for Peacemaker at the beginning.
You get some of what's his name, Bloodsport.
You get a little bit of Bloodsport,
Yeah.
Bloodsport's backstory, but that's about it. Like no one else. You don't get anyone else's backstory, but the one that really builds the story and builds the connection between Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2 is that backstory that they give.
Dora Cashers.
My favorite character was Lloyd Kaufman.
The nice little cameo. I saw it right away, right when he showed
I
up.
was like,
bro,
wait a minute. I had to rewind. I was like, wait a minute. Is that? And lo and behold, it was him.
He's paying back for. Well, I mean, he was also in what? He was also in Guardians.
Was because that's where
He got his start.
James Gunn started.
Yeah, with Romeo and Juliet, right?
Yeah. That's why you have that kind of humor in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
comes from trauma.
Well, and it's another thing. If you looked at the credits, he credited Toxic Avenger in the movie.
I wonder if he's gonna have anything to do with the
Another movie
reboot.
I've been saying we should talk about, but no.
No, I love
gives me
Toxic
nightmares.
Avenger.
Gives me nightmares. No, but it's no, but
I'm gonna show it to Tommy pretty soon.
no, but the thing is, it's credited in the movie, right? Bro, you can't show your son that movie. He got scared of watching Jungle Book.
Yeah, but he likes
Jungle
Hellboy.
Cruise. Jungle
Go figure.
Cruise. Jungle Cruise.
He likes
He got scared
Hellboy.
with Jungle Cruise. No, but
My son is weird.
yeah,
He's your son.
yeah.
know.
No, but like, what was I even saying at this point? I already forgot.
Some about trauma and Toxic Avenger.
Trauma.
And
Oh, yeah, no,
Toxic
but
Avenger.
that's the interesting thing. Like that, where in the movie did they even use
Bags of
anything
dicks,
to
I
do
don't
with,
know.
anything to do with Toxic Avenger, right?
Well, I think maybe because is it because of the fact that Toxic Avenger made Trauma money
no, but
and they were able to make more movies?
but it was but he like it was credited as used in the movie. That's the thing. Like you know how like when you give special thanks, like
You know we gotta like look. I gotta watch it again so to find out where it is.
But the
It's
only
like,
thing,
where's
the only
Waldo
thing-
all of a sudden? It's like,
no, but the
ooh,
only thing I
where's-
can think of is like
Once was enough for
But
me.
the only thing I can think of is maybe Polka Dot Man when his face started getting all Toxic Avenger like.
Maybe.
Nice.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe they kind of like took the inspiration of the face.
Well, he
as
was a
Toxic Avenger.
surprise. Like he was pretty funny.
Seriously, it's
Polka Dot
another, I'm telling you that the characters that they kept alive.
Look,
towards
it's
the
your
very
mom.
end-
That was funny.
Yeah. The characters that they
second-
kept alive, like for majority of them, like even the ones that turned kind of villain, because that's another thing. There's no real villain in this movie because even the bad guy, even the Suicide Squad, they're supposed to be like anti-heroes, right? Or
Yeah.
but there's Starro also is not. I don't think Starro was a villain because by the time Starro gets killed, Starro says, "I just wanted to look at the stars. I just want to get one more glimpse at the stars." And Starro attacked the Corto Maltese because Starro was angry because they had captured him for 30 years and tortured him. So that's just like payback, right? But there's no real villain. The only thing I can think of the villain again is Amanda Waller. Because Amanda Waller sent them there under false
she was the ultimate villain. out of all of
under
them.
false pretenses,
She's
right?
really good at playing the bad guy.
She's really
Yeah.
good. Viola Davis is national treasure at this point. Like after no, well, I
Yeah.
mean,
well,
if-
before this movie though,
Well,
she's,
like,
she's
start-
always been good in everything.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then like
I
starting,
loved her in the-
but
in
starting
The
from
Help,
exactly, but starting from the help,
Fences.
and then you see Fences, and you see all those other movies. She's
Mm.
like even on the TV shows, she's a force in the movie. Like you feel everything that she says when she yells, and then she has that spit. I'm like, bro, easy. I'll do whatever you say.
No, she's harsh. Like
Yeah.
she's like threatening to put the kid in jail and maybe kill her. Who knows? I don't know. It's like damn.
Yeah.
Like even if everyone goes like, you didn't mean
And
that, right?
and you know she means it. That doesn't matter. She's
Yeah.
done worse. No, but
don't
again,
care.
I think that's the thing. I think ultimately the villain turns out to be the U.S. government because they're trying to hide, right? I think that's the only thing that I can figure. Because other than that, there's really no villains in this movie, other than them already being bad guys, but they're not bad guys. I mean,
They are bad guys.
they are bad guys, but they are trying to save the world. So it's like you make them really likable and.
They're forced to save the world.
Yeah, but still,
They're-
no,
but
not
they-
true,
they-
not true. Because by the
They're
end of the
given,
movie,
they're given an opportunity
to
to
leave.
redeem themselves, but they also take it upon themselves to redeem themselves even more, like when they try to like help everyone else.
But again, by the third act of the movie, or before the third act of the movie, where they're finally fighting Starro, they have the chance to leave. They're called back. They're told to be done. That's it. And
But the okay, so
Bloodsport is the leader and decides to say, "Nah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back, and we're just gonna save the world." So
this-
they
now
make, they make
I
that
know
choice.
I know you didn't like Harley in it, but there's her character had a lot of like awesome imagery, like with the flowers in the background when she went into Starro's eye, and just you see her in the water. It's just like those little moments of like of beauty that they give her. It's kind of nice how James Gunn has the ability to do that. Just brings
CGI?
out.
How you can do CGI?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying but you use it in a way where it brings out like beautiful imagery, not just for the sake of doing it, because then you have like shitty movies like Fast 9.
True.
I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of thought in not just the subject, but like everything around it,
Yeah.
like the background.
I mean, seriously. I mean, that's the thing about the movie. Like they. It's tough to pinpoint exactly who a villain is because you feel sorry for
Taika
Starro.
OD'd, bro.
And then
Taika OD'd.
And then, yeah, and then the bad guy, and that's another thing. I don't even know what. Okay, so Ratcatcher 2, all she did was use rats to steal from a bank, and then she got sent to this prison with horrible people.
Yeah.
I don't feel like, again, doesn't feel like a bad villain, but again, they could have shown. I mean, I think one thing that they could have had, I know that they chose not to show any of the DC superheroes and how they caught them. I liked how they brought in the fact that Bloodsport was caught and arrested because he shot Superman with a kryptonite bullet. And I liked the way they structured the movie, especially that at the very beginning when Bloodsport meets Peacemaker and they start competing about, like, I've shot a bullet. I'm a better shooter. I'll shoot
My
into
daddy
your
wants
hole.
to catch a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. The same. It feels very Rush Hour. But then by the end of the movie, when Bloodsport shoots, like after Peacemaker
Smaller bullets.
turns, he does exactly what Peacemaker said. I use a smaller bullet that cuts through your bullet, and that's exactly how he gets him. But I mean, overall, there was moments in the movie that I really enjoyed, that I enjoyed watching. Again, characters that I really liked.
When Weasel allegedly died in the water, was funny because they said, "Did no one check if he can swim?" And everyone got quiet, and they're just watching him like, "Ugh." That's it. Hilarious.
Savant tries to save him. Like that whole beginning with the whole Team A or Team B technically getting all murdered. You would think that, like, I think they were setting up also like Rick Flag and Harley Quinn to get killed there too. They wanted everyone there to get killed. That was the point, right? But luckily they survived. And then I think the funniest scene of the movie is when they're going to save Rick Flag. When the
rebellion, when they kill everybody?
Go kill all the rebels. I thought that was really
the random wiener shot.
Yeah, but again, dong shot
Again, James Gunn.
Yeah.
But overall, like
Pistolero.
But overall, I did enjoy the use of Starro and all the, like, little Starro pods that he sends out. Because I've seen that, like, there's a ride at Six Flags that has it's like you join the Justice League and you shoot Starro and stuff. And you have that kind of stuff.
It reminds me of a Rick and Morty episode for some reason.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Like but again, I think like that stuff is taken from this kind of stuff. But
yeah.
But it's like, again,
which is taken from, like, what, Invasion Body Snatchers,
and I think, but I do think that the CGI for Starro was really good. Like they did do a good job with the CGI and the little pods and everything, like where they rip the faces off and you have the missing skin. They were pretty much eating, like, it ate the face. That was kind of gruesome, but I was like, bro, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But again, and watching this movie, there's something kept me from really, really enjoying it, and I don't know what it was, but I just found it like that it was okay. Even
I know what it was for me.
What?
No, but I think the comedy was good, the action was nice, the characters were great. Idris Elba, all these, everybody was good in the movie.
Yeah.
All the acting, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a fan of James Gunn.
No, see, I'm a fan of James Gunn. I liked Slither. I really like Super.
Comes with too much baggage, and I don't like it.
Yeah, but I guess if you think about it that way. But me, like, I really did enjoy enjoyed the movie, but it just something like just it felt just like repeating. Even it could have been like a rated R Guardians of the Galaxy. If they would have gave him Guardians of the Galaxy, that's what this would have felt like. If they would have let him go like that.
Yeah, because most of the DC movies, if they're not a lighthearted movie or have lighthearted moments, they end up being a lot like Thor: Dark World, and it kind of like at the best,
Yeah.
at best. So that's it's actually good that they're bringing in some more lighthearted, using characters people don't really know,
Hmm.
and giving them like a base of like what they can be.
I mean, who would have ever thought that I would have enjoyed seeing Polka Dot Man on the screen with a real dumb superpower and it feel something for that character. Like by the end of the movie.
Do you throw polka dots? And then when I see it happen, like, holy crap, he does!
Right? And then
Milton.
yeah, and that's another thing. Like you bringing up Milton. But
Why would
I
you
was
even
like,
go?
where's that gang member running around with them?
He's the one that gave him the empanadas too.
Was he in jail with them?
no, he was just the one that drove the van. He was the van driver. But
I did like him running around. It was pretty funny.
and then I think overall the characters are really what made the movie enjoyable, and the relationship between even the fact that Bloodsport and Peacemaker weren't getting along. I enjoyed the fact that they weren't getting along, and even having Rick Flag back in the first movie, Rick Flag was kind of stiff. In this one, he was cooler, but I don't know. I got a feeling that him and Harley were like in some sort of relationship because they kept giving themselves some certain eyes.
Say it right. His name's RoboCop.
Yeah, it's true. Alex Murphy. But is this the best that DC has put out?
Overall, I'd
all
say yes.
DC
Individually, no.
No, it's not the best DC has ever put out.
No.
It's the best like overall intro to anything.
But this is not an intro. This is like this is a reboot. They just rebooted this movie.
Kind of, because you have different characters except for like maybe one or two, but the majority of
Or
it
three
is
or four.
I mean, there's only 3 that came back.
17.
There's only 3 that came back, or 4 that came back from the first version of the Suicide Squad. Amanda Waller, Rick Flag, Boomerang.
but the good thing about the Suicide Squad,
and they killed 2 of them.
the good thing about Suicide Squad in general is the fact that you can actually just mix and match who you want to put in there each time, because she's just taking a pick out of who she wants to use. So it's a great way to introduce characters to a universe, and that you can probably use later, probably not. Who knows? See, you kind of gauge the audience reaction on to them, and maybe you might see Bloodsport in another movie. Maybe you might see when he shoots Superman.
I would want to see them come back for the Peacemaker show. Like, see some of them come back for the Peacemaker show, right?
Well, they already filmed. They already finished filming it and
Right,
everything.
I know that, but I would want hopefully have a hope that they bring some people from the movie, like not the small people that work with Amanda Waller, but like the actual members of the Suicide Squad, that they bring them back, because I really did like Peacemaker, and I really look forward now to the TV show. I didn't really care before, but I really look forward.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be something stupid, and then he was actually pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it's like he's funny while taking it seriously at the same time. Like the character is like a serious guy who just says really wrong things. It's like when John Cena in Trainwreck was getting verbally
Another
getting into
movie
it.
I haven't seen.
So I've seen it once.
I've
It's
only
fine.
seen the John Cena scenes on YouTube.
I saw that. I see that a couple times. It's hilarious.
So what does he say?
Oh, it's a lot of innuendo.
Oh,
So, but it's funny how you can do that with a straight face the whole time, and he does it in the movie. In this movie, says really weird stuff, straight.
But I think that's the thing.
Starfish,
if
butthole, come on.
if all the characters are given, or all the actors are given a good script and a good story to play with, it's a good movie. But I just feel, again, this just the tone of it, the feel of it felt very Guardians like. It didn't feel like anything new, right? It felt new maybe in the DC universe,
yeah.
like in that. But like I've already seen Guardians. I've already seen this type of tone, and I think that's what kept me from being like, this is like the greatest comic book.
This
thing I've
this
seen.
was pretty close. This is like pretty close to like what Ragnarok felt like. You're like, oh wait, hold on. This is another another way to go with it, and it feels nice.
Yeah,
It
but
just
that's-
feels
but
great.
the difference
Hopefully they do the same style with the proper characters. You can't just do it for everybody, and find a way to mesh them at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have Captain America. It's not really that humorous guy, but you could put him in situations
No,
that
see, but the
connect
Captain
with some of
America
his
movie
characters.
tone wise were always serious, right? That were
Yeah,
their movie tones were
yeah,
serious with
but the
sprinkled
way
of.
those characters from like all the
But
different
if you,
universes.
but again, if you were to make like a Captain America in this type of tone, it wouldn't work.
No,
It would not work.
no,
If you make a
it'd be
Batman in this tone, it
it'd
wouldn't
be a
work.
complete parody of itself.
Yeah. And that's the thing. What DC needs to do is needs to find the right tone for each character, like they do with the animated. Like I said, go back and watch these animated movies that they're creating. Every movie for a specific character has its
Well,
own tone.
the Flash is a shit talker. So is so are 3 out of God knows how many Green Lanterns exist. They're all those most of those guys are shit talkers.
It's
So I mean,
Ryan
that's
Reynolds.
what-
That's why.
Well, no, not even that. I'm saying like in like the comics and cartoon movies, they're supposed to be shit talkers, which kind of makes sense. Flash is always a smart ass. That's what it's supposed to be. Which is why when Ezra Miller was doing it, and the way he was doing it, his awkward, like ability to speak, just kind of it felt kind of okay. Like it felt like that's the character he's kind of going towards, not just like I can run fast, or like the TV show.
Yeah. But overall, if you're a fan of the DC movies, you're probably going to enjoy Suicide Squad. Even if you aren't, this is a fun movie to watch. It is a fun movie to watch. And I would recommend watching the movie because it's
In theaters,
enjoyable.
in theaters.
And that's another thing. Like starting, I think with Shang-Chi now, like even now Disney's no longer going to be doing the releases on Disney Plus anymore. They're going to be doing only theaters after the lawsuit. They're like we can't
Hey,
afford to be sued anymore.
People are coming at him, kind of going, "Hey, you know what? We never took this into account.
But
Never got fixed."
Think about it. That if that happened
That's
to
money, bro.
them, but I mean, because Warner Brothers ended up paying like I think it was only for paid Wonder Woman, the cast of Wonder Woman, what they would have made, right? They ended up making that agreement, but they didn't do it with anyone else. So maybe this at this point is going to open
Because you have
the
Emma Stone,
floodgates.
you have Scarlett.
Not just but not just for Disney, right? And maybe people sue Warner Brothers because they're releasing it on HBO Max and theaters, and they're losing out money on it. But hey, well, we'll see.
Hey, did you ever finish watching Vivo?
No, I haven't finished watching it yet. I got to the sad part, and I was like, bro, you guys get real sad in this movie.
Oh yeah, no, you totally see it coming.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
But other than that, I do recommend watching the Suicide Squad.
Oh, sorry,
it's
Vivo is a movie that
It's on
animated
Netflix.
movie on Netflix. It just released on
Lin-Manuel
Friday.
Miranda.
So.
It's enjoyable. Check it out.
Yeah,
Theaters.
watching the Heights, watch Vivo.
And the Heights is actually now on digital. You can watch it. You can buy it, rent it.
Yeah,
No thanks.
it's good.
Hater.
It wasn't that good. I didn't like it.
It's good.
Your face isn't that good. But
Well, that's a given.
but on that note, guys, this has been Vinny.
This is Ozzy.
And
The Pig is a good movie too. Watch that.
You and your pig. You and Nicolas
Pig is
Cage
good,
and
bro.
Pig.
Pig is actually good. It's a Nicolas Cage movie about him and a truffle pig.
oh, anything Nicolas Cage is good.
Did,
Oh yeah, it's like Steve
Willie-
Martin's like
Willie-
the greatest
Wi-
comedian ever.
Willy's Wonderland. You got to watch that one.
I was just gonna watch it
It's
after.
It's a trip. We'll see you guys next week, guys.
What the hell was that?